Mega Man is brought to you by
It appears you hold all the cards, Mr. Trump. My fate is in your hands.
Has anyone ever told you you look like a donkey?
Yes. Many times.
Even facing certain death, you're defiant, like a petulant child. Well, it won't help you now, Maduro. Your time is up. F8.
You sunk my oil tanker.
Hasta el final, asshole.
Coño, carajo.
Oil Tanker, the new game from Bilton Madley, proud sponsor of Mega Man.
El papá de los pelucones.
I inherited the ability, I inherited the money, I inherited the God-given best looks in the world today. And with this, I dress myself in cashmere, I dress myself in $100 pleated slacks, I dress myself in alligator shoes, I wear a $15,000 Rolex, I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest hill. Yeah, we don't care. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest hill. Yeah, we don't care. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, the biggest star of them all. It costs a lot of money to bring the real world champion on location. Only an Army and Ricky. We do it better than everybody else. Don't wrap me up. No. Girls, why don't you give it to him one more time? Woo. That's who's standing here today. The world heavyweight champion. Get ready. Woo. I dress myself in cashmere. I dress myself in $100 pleated slacks. I dress myself in alligator shoes. I wear a $15,000 Rolex. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest hill. Yeah, we don't care. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest hill. Yeah, we don't care. I am Ric Flair.
I'm here today because Raymond rather play the video games than play with me. Look, here go your controllers, play with me. I'm your game, play with me. This your game, play with me. I'm your game, play with me. This your game. I cook, I clean, I pay the bills. I cook, I clean, I pay the bills. I cook.
Mr. Baptiste, your woman is upset. Mr. Baptiste, let me ask you this. Do you play a lot of video games?
I'm here today because Raymond rather play the video games than play with me. Look, here go your controllers, play with me. I'm your game, play with me. This your game, play with me. I'm your game, play with me.
video games.
I'm here today because Raymond rather play the video games than play with me. Look, here go your controllers, play with me. I'm your game, play with me. This your game, play with me. I'm your game, play with me. This your game. I cook, I clean, I pay the bills. I cook, I clean, I pay the bills. I cook.
Mr. Baptiste, your woman is upset. Mr. Baptiste, let me ask you this. Do you play a lot of video games?
I'm here today because Raymond rather play the video game.
Fashion report, I'm in the Porsche trap. Every day trying to laugh, I made your whole stop. Dope spot every minute, get a door knock. They ain't trying that shit, they need a whole lot. Just gon' wrap the jerseys with the hat to match. Purple catch checks, 8-9s on the back to back. Shady after match, no trade, no M. Fiends gon' find a way, so damn, no stem. From down the way to uptown, I'm the shit. Burn you down like GG's, you know who you fucking with. Everything got a rubber and burn you down like GG's, you know who you fucking with. Rest in peace to my OG. I lost that nigga 2 months ago. That was my nigga.
This off of impact, I feel like Rick Mack. I caught a big strap, I go and get it and got a lit back. Hawaiian bitch that will fuck the team and fly your brick back. Design a mixed match, I only get inspired in trends. All we wear is fly 40 gear, I'm buying 5th sets. This 40 air passion _years and leave your lids crack. I went up, came home in 6 months, and I got sent back. I walked the yard with my scully on like a pimp hat. Y'all talk hard, but be the first one hiding. Soon as it spark off, this 4 pound, both of your shit, and flip a parked car, I thought raw. Gave niggas lessons without a chalkboard, then bought more. Hopped in my whip and plugged in an aux cord. Nigga, just wait for 10 to talk 4. Yeah, shit, nigga. Way too spooky, nigga. Hard work instead of talent. But I work harder than niggas, and I got better talent than any nigga that ever challenged and tried to knock me off my toes. I had to show them I had better balance. Everybody is fool, hoodie tag, New Balance. Get head in Dallas, my bitch thick like Meg Thee Stallion. As you can see, my bread is piling. Still got the elbows flying like I'm Randy Savage. Lately the bitches give me more vagina. Niggas thought I was broke, so I bought more designer. I wore the kind of shit your whole admire. Luxury foreign driver, pistol possession and all my priors. These niggas all are liars. I know some Zoes will push your shit from Opalaka to Fort Myers with carbon fire. 100 for my liner. My rich white bitch, her mind was distorted kinda. She snorted and bought to China. Yeah. Pop the Taurus and tore spina in front the whole hood just to give a mature reminder. Now I'm in position, I got all kind of people calling my line that I ain't see when I was on a climber. I still cop jewels and rock ice. Seen Trig on the news, my dude just got light, man. Watch the Christian lose without spikes. My team can't win without me like Bulls without Mike.
Son of Malcolm, the mind of Martin, the heart of UEP. Shoot up and crack a eulogy. Gunpowder on my Louis V. Got questions with no answers like, it's like just a lucid dream. It's harder to do right besides this rapping. I'm a true schemes. My dope on the spoon, the stamp on the package was new regime. Put it in the wax paper, rapping it straight to the fiends. Tarot read you through the deaf and the magician after this a different chapter. I draw a gun that's bigger to clap yourself, Lord the Master. Don't adore the Lord, free all the trappers. Free my guy, caught with the raw on the door, the lack truck. Never had much before, my only thoughts would stack up. You either be the one making the punch or shooting smack up. Can't rely on niggas done, keep your gun for backup. Squeeze the trigger till your finger numb and don't get clapped up by the survival shit. Feel a high when my rival hit. Look the judge in the eye and lie my hand on the Bible.
Dip got killed, Munch got killed, Pete got killed, Casablanca sealed. We ain't even healed before some more blood spilled. Mom's lost 2 sons in a year. I don't wanna know how that shit feel. Eastside shit real. Now the shoot dope pads, clutch on my blick still. I'm godly, godly, I'm godly, godly.
right, let's go. All right, what's up? All right, back at it again. It's a Monday. Let's go through some things. Yo, shout out New News. I see you in the chat, man. All right, let's get started, man. Hold on. Let me load this up. This is my man from over at More to Life. I'll drop the link in the chat in a minute. Black women going homeless in style before we get to some news.
In them comments, but in real life, I gave up everything to be in this shelter.
30 is the sweet plantain. That bitch don't even look sweet. Going to the garbage.
Can't even tell we stay in the shelter. You sure can't, man.
Yeah, guys, this is the little room that they gave me.
Shelter. And this one day I look like this is fresh when we walk into the room. They look like that.
Yes, I told y'all. But bam, I got food in the refrigerator. So how you like me now? Huh? Oh, you want my Cash App?
Wow, that's crazy.
Because guys are actually in their DMs. The thirst guys are having, you see a girl like this, she's showing up, she's doing it purposely. She's showing off the buttocks, saying, come in. I know you want them. I know you want them. And you know what guys are saying?
This chick is in a shelter. She's homeless. This gonna be the new wave. All the Instagram baddies, homeless and in shelters, still dolled up with these goofies cash apping them.
Yes, I do. You got to be more careful. You know she's gonna make you get bad credit. Got guys running at Felicia getting bad credit. Run. You see Felicia like that? Remember that song? If you're old school. Never trust a big butt to smile. Boy.
About, you know, the dangers and the things that can happen. But I'm also seeing, you know, the flip side of it could also help too. So I'm not too sure on that.
Yeah, but in your situation, you probably wouldn't have to, right? Because I'm sure some guy out there, some poor sour sap, will take care of you. But you got girls that are there doing this.
Shelter. Getting the crust up on my eye. Put on a little deodorant. Take off my dewy. Got the waves going. Put on a little, you know, moisturizer because I can't be an ashy face. Put on some sunscreen. Black people don't be believing in that. Getting a little risque here. You know, hopefully you didn't see a sneak peek. And yeah, putting this set on. Got this from Amazon. This thing is so comfortable. I will be wearing it a lot, so don't judge me. Back is not big, okay?
Your back is big.
Putting it in my storage unit because I don't know what to expect from a homeless shelter. And drinking the water out my Stanley dance break.
Yo. What's up with all the fly homeless chicks? Yo, I'm trying to tell you, this is gonna be the new wave. Kevin was right. Winter is officially here.
Somebody please tell me why all the Airbnbs be in the middle of the damn hood. Here I am walking down the street with all this shit crazy. The skyline of New York is so beautiful. This is me getting to the gates of...
Oh, and she in New York? Man, New York is expensive, bro. No wonder she in a homeless shelter.
Finally made it, you know, whatever. And almost to my storage unit. This is all of the things that I brought from Michigan and this new bag, whatever.
Damn, she came from Detroit, Michigan, and New York. Now she homeless?
My storage is by a lighting store, and I went to school for production, so I felt like that was God talking to me. And I stopped at Target just because I haven't been to Target or any store since I've been here. I got me a little workout shirt, got me a little Chobani. Got me a Lunchable, even though they recalled those. If I die, I die. Got me some Haribo. Got me a little pickles, you know. Got me a water. And I got some wellness shots. Here I am in Times Square.
All right. I'm not going to let her finish her day. But you went to school for production. I got to say this, right? I hope you're creative or you're looking to be a creative, I see you making TikToks, but I hope you're really looking to create your own. You have your own ideas. You're somehow have somebody giving you ideas, which I doubt. But going to school to be a producer, what are you going to work on a TV show? I doubt there's jobs around for that.
Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Now, over me over here.
This chick is homeless in a shelter. Yeah, you see this chick on the street. She look regular too.
Whenever they come, if they ain't already come, because they stuff already set up. So
like the baddie Keisha is going to be the new face of homelessness. But she look like a regular chick.
Cute. Gonna be my roommate. Hopefully, get along. We go together. Tell them we go together. I made friends, but for some reason, ain't none of my party, and I'm kind of it about that. Got me a little locker. So far as all my stuff, I was worried. I'm YouTube. I got a tablet, computers, all that stuff, camera.
So they really on social media flexing the home. Wow, they really making TikToks and Instagrams. They're trying to normalize this shit. They already had the van life joint.
In here, they wash your clothes for you. They do everything for you. God, I'm just so grateful. Only thing is, she can't make no money, but other than that, life is life. Okay, let me share my little secrets.
Yo, Kevin was so right. Keisha really about to be the new face of homelessness, and they trying to fly it up. That's gong worthy. That's crazy. Yo, what up, Quan? I'm up here going through some stuff. This is I didn't even know this was a trend. All these Keishas on social media, homeless Keishas. But they trying to push it like on some I'm homeless but I'm fly shit, but I'm still a baddie shit. Yo, Keisha's really gonna become the new face of homelessness, huh?
Oh wait. And look at my closet space. It's sitting on who? Oh, okay. So I unboxed some of my stuff that was in my bag, and look what they gave me. They gave me toothbrush and paste, soap, body lotion, Carmex. Not literally Carmex, but chapstick.
She really doing a homeless shelter tour. That's crazy. She doing this shit like it's a Fashion Nova haul.
They snappy. Oh, crash. Right, so this is a women's shelter. I am here because of my circumstances, obviously, and I'm in another state. So you can say what you want to say about me. I'm out of town, thugging in my rounds. Anyways, this is an all-women's shelter, and at least this is the first day, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see, because I'm gonna be vlogging.
Vlog. Yo, this about to be the new Kevin called this shit, bro. And it is like the big winter storm all across the United States. This is on some official winters here. But I'm just peeping how they trying to flip it and bounce it on social media. You got chicks really doing like my first day at the homeless shelter tour, like they trying to turn it into a trend. Like it's fly shit, makeup all did. Like, and what's crazy is you can run into one of these joints at Starbucks or something like that, and they look like regular chicks because they still trying to have their shit all fly.
I'll be talking to y'all. So we're gonna see how this process goes and stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Here go like the pros and cons. Okay. Cute setup, right? Nice people. Church facility, so it's like it's like a lot of stuff that they don't let you do and don't let you do. And Bible. You gotta keep one of those. Dang, you see the dust? Nobody touched this thing in a while. Yeah. Anyways, that benefit. Cons. Okay, for another, let me get into this more. They feed you. You don't have to worry about nothing. But you do got a phone, and your phone bill gonna cost. So it's saying that you at a place that don't allow you to make money. It's kind of like that's the cons. Cons is you can't make money while you staying here, and you could be staying here for 30 days to a year.
So she basically gonna be selling boxes that is what she's saying. Yeah, like it's a flex. This shit crazy. I'm gonna have to find some more of these joints. AC just did a joint about all these chicks with student loan debt. Actually, I might play that one next. But yeah, bro, they really trying to turn this into like on some van life shit, but like with shelters.
or longer. Because of the programs they want to put you in and stuff. But yeah, each person individual case is different. It's just 30 days max here, and then another program and a program after that. So, but I'm here. Your girl got somewhere to sleep, and that's all that matters to me. Thank y'all though, for real.
It's living in a shelter program, and I'm about to get in the shower, but I thought I'd tell you guys a couple things about it. Hey, it's me, Alyssa Marie, and we're on the way to 20K, baby. So make sure you drop a follow and like this video. So.
Yeah, you see them all. They all stop.
Yo, this is Cash App farming. This gonna be the new internet dry begging. Looking fly in the shelter, asking for help. Here's my Cash App. Buns open.
Stylish. For shelter girls, very stylish, right? She got the hoop earrings in, and they're all doing social media, but it seems like they're not really making much money. So you got to figure something out. I mean, what's going to pull in real income? You can't live like this forever. All of these things, it's good now, but they all come to an end. Seriously, like food stamps, even shelters, free handouts will all come to an end.
They give us a little sheet that tells us what we need to do, and every day they come in and they rate it, basically. I do relatively pretty good for having 4 kids in a studio-sized bedroom. But I get really good, I have one lady, she just gives me passes, and the guy will give me like a very good or really.
So she's in a shelter with 4 kids. Bruh. Yo, Kevin was right, bro. Kevin was definitely right. We seeing this shit play out in real time.
Really good or pretty good. So yeah, that's one of the things. That is pretty annoying, but you know, it's a part of it. Something else that is mandatory is chores. We have one chore. Everybody has a chore who lives in the building. Mine right now is the upstairs laundry room. I'm on the 3rd floor, so I clean the 3rd floor laundry room. Let's see. Another thing is we have mandatory meetings on Tuesdays at 6 o'clock. Everybody has to be there. If you miss it, you get a write-up. Can't get too many write-ups or you'll get the boot. Okay. And my room, everybody's room basically is the same. We don't have an oven. We have a 2-burner stovetop. Imagine a hotel room that has the kitchen included as this. Imagine it like that. You know, you have a refrigerator, you have a microwave, you have a 2-burner stovetop, and a little bit of counter space. No oven. Yeah, I know. Crazy work. I'm in the bathroom right now. It's relatively good sized. Have my shower, have my little rack, have my hair stuff, bathroom products and everything right there. Got a little hook on the back of my door. Yeah. We have our morning room checks. All of our chores in our rooms have to be cleaned by 8 in the morning every day except for Sunday. I go to church on Sundays too, so I usually have it done anyway. The reason I'm telling you guys this is because I'm used to doing my daily mom vlogs, but since I've been here, I kind of lost touch with it. I am so busy with tackling school schedules. I started community college. I have all these mandatory meetings and room cleans and chores. I just low-key lost touch with my content.
They have like a hotel
show you me decorating it, buying furniture, everything. You're gonna see the whole journey with me. So let's get into it. So we're gonna start off by showing you the hallway. I really wanted to show you downstairs, like the lobby, everything.
Yeah, I wonder if you could just punch in a TikTok like women shelter shelter tours, or like homeless women shelter tours. Bro, they gonna turn this into van life. And like I said, this is all bro, this is all thirst trapping and slow drive banging. Going homeless in style. Homeless, but I'm a baddie.
But don't worry, we're gonna get to all of that. I'm gonna show you everything. Alright, so this is the hallway. As y'all can see, this is the door. Alright, now I'm gonna show you the apartment. So this is a closet. This is the mirror. This is the bathroom. This is the room. I went to the supermarket. I bought a couple things. They give you a little mini fridge. I bought a little bit of stuff that I could. They give you a little dresser so you could put your stuff. You get another little dresser. Got a lamp. And they gave me 2 twin size beds, but I put them together so my baby don't fall off the bed. Look at my pretty princess.
Damn, and they all in there with kids, bro. That's crazy. This gonna be a new norm for a big sector of the Keisha population now.
So yeah, guys, this is the little room that they gave me. So yeah, that's the room tour. I'm also in Queens.
Oh, she's in New York. Oh, this is in New York.
But yeah, we're gonna believe and trust in God.
And they real religious. And she in Queens, so she in New York. Yeah, New York way too expensive, man. Let me see. Kwame says Tito was also onto something when he stated that the state would remodel an old strip mall or an industrial park to create housing for these Keishas that slap a wall around it. Some of this is starting to look like the beginning of this. Judge, she says she's in Queens. This other chick was somewhere else. Like, we seen with this big snow across the states, and the job loss. The Keishas is up, and like I said, these is up. Well, I mean, they're not that young, but these don't look like old Keishas. These is younger Keishas. Some of them still got their looks. The other joint had 4 kids. Which is crazy in and of itself. I'm trying to tell you, this is going to be the new norm, man. That's the way it's leaning.
And we're going to do this process, and we're going to get through this, me and my baby girl. And we're going to get our own apartment, and we're going to succeed. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching me. Thank you for supporting me. And yeah, if y'all want me to give y'all any tips on how the shelter is, or whatever, just let me know. And I'm gonna be, showing y'all more. Just bear with me. Thank you. Bye, TikTok.
I think that's a girl, her mother can't even tell we stay in the shelter. You sure can't, man. You sure can't. And none of them you really can. All of these girls you would see in the street and talk to her. But you know what the issue is and why they end up there.
Yeah, that's what I just said. You would see most of these chicks in the street and they look regular.
Right? They're picking the hood dudes. Most of these girls are from the tri-state. So I know what they like. They're like guys from the hood. And I'm telling y'all, no lies. even a guy like me, sometimes I get play, but from girls that are straight hood, no play.
Come with me to eat the dirty ass shelter food.
This was the same.
I told you this shit. This is on some OnlyFans light shit. They trying to grab a. Yo, I bet you in they DMs and shit. Yo, they cleaning up, bro. With the simps. Although they keep saying the simp economy is shrinking, but OnlyFans is booming, and we know that's mostly married men.
Same girl that was talking about going to a shelter. Her.
Because what they got today is from
Wait, where's the John?
Very beautiful. Exactly.
Here it is, Mr. Melvin Nelson. She won't be homeless for very long. Hey, very beautiful. Yeah. Or somebody gonna try and move her in with her kid.
Yo is gonna be short because what they got today is some nasty shit. This was choking. But this is the dinner, and let's get into it. I'm gonna try to figure out, but where the bro I'm not in. I don't even play like that. Like what the is bro? The only thing I can say on this plate that looks sturdy is sweet plantain. That bitch don't even look sweet. That bitch look black. I don't even know. That shit look crazy. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this chicken, tuna, what, like macaroni. I don't know what the but we're gonna get into it.
I'm not gonna lie. If I needed, if I didn't have anyone like that, or I had to be in a shelter, and they gave me a plate like that, I'd be so excited. I'm so excited. I'll be eating that food, slumping it down.
I'm not so loud because there's people down there.
No, stop it.
That shit's disgusting. I look that shit too. Yeah, that's sweet plantain.
Only thing about it, it looks like it's cold.
All right, I guess that's the new trend. That shit crazy. That shit crazy, bro. Your winter is officially here, man. Yeah, exactly. That's what the boy was saying. She got a nerve to turn the news up at food. This is what we be saying though, like the infrastructure in place for women in this country, they be getting these soft landings, man. Like that shit ain't like that for men. Men's shelters and shit like that. And these chicks up in there with their kids and shit. I mean, that shit look like she's staying at like a little mini hotel. Oh, let me load up the next segment. Yo, you seen this Keisha drop?
I'm here today because Raymond rather play the video games than play with me. Look, here go your controllers, play with me. I'm your game, play with me. This your game, play with me. I'm your game, play with me. This your game. I cook, I clean, I pay the bills. I cook, I clean, I pay the bills. I cook.
Mr. Baptiste, your woman is upset. Mr. Baptiste, let me ask you this. Do you play a lot of video games?
Well, since you're so smart, no.
I'm here today because Raymond rather play the video games than play with me. Look, here go your controllers, play with me. I'm your game, play with me. This your game, play with me. I'm your game, play with me. This your game. I cook, I clean, I pay the bills. I cook, I clean, I pay the bills. I cook.
Mr. Baptiste, your woman is upset. Mr. Baptiste, let me ask you this. Do you play a lot of video games?
I'm here today because Raymond.
Yeah, that shit funny, right? I've been working on a couple of these new drops. I got these Ric Flair joints that are crazy. Um, I see. I was waiting for. I was waiting to cover this joint with the Trump White House. They social media team posted that Lions King video, and it got Michelle and they got Michelle and Obama. They got them as monkeys, but they got Biden as a baboon too. But I was waiting to see how social. I knew how the mainstream media was going to react to it and spin it, but I wanted to see how social media was going to react to it. And whatchamacallit? I seen Tyreek did something, and Dennis Sperling did something, which was I actually agreed with his take on it. So as far as the mainstream media trying to turn it into political fodder, I don't think it's looking like it didn't really have any real sticking power. This is Kingdom Reacts. This is another black content creator. He's got a huge following too. Let me drop the link in the chat for this video. Yo, what up, Lord of Brooklyn? It's Monday. I wanted to get a stream in, see if I could go Monday through Friday this week. You feel me? But this is Kingdom Reacts. I dropped the link to the full video in the chat. But there's some commentary and feedback on that video, and like I said, surprisingly, surprisingly, a lot of black people did not care, and then they played a lot of people played the back. So let's go.
Should be, because we all know that Trump has always been so jealous and envious of President Barack Obama.
So yeah, this is the HOTEP, as you can tell. But then we're gonna. So this is the pro-wax, the HOTEP's mainstream media's response, and then we're gonna get like the regular person on the streets response.
And rightfully so. I mean, look at him and then look at President Obama. I mean, he's literally everything that Trump never could be. He's handsome, intelligent, educated, well-spoken, okay, charismatic, has a lovely wife. Trump has a lovely wife. Melania is lovely in my opinion, but sadly, she's with Trump. Okay, so there's that. Okay, please pay attention. Then posting a video depicting them as primates, something that has historically been viewed as disparaging to people who look like me. I think that any of the people who look like me that call themselves MAGA, you need to wake up, okay? Because if everything else that's going on around you didn't wake you up and snap you back into reality, into real life things, okay, into seeing who people really are, then that certainly should have. Because I can guarantee you, if he thinks that about Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, what do you think he thinks of the rest of us? Okay, please, make it all make sense. As many times as Trump's name appears in the Epstein files and all of those nefarious, despicable...
Man, tell me you're a HOTEP without saying you're a HOTEP. Huh? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Am I right or am I right?
Allegations that have been levied and waged against him in the documents. I would think that he has a whole lot of other things to concern himself with, least of all President Barack Obama, wouldn't you? But at the end of the day, you know, I guess he's just still obsessed after all this time. Bottom line is, Trump needs to be trying to figure out what he's going to do about midterms, okay? Because it's not looking good for him. Now, I know he's trying to nationalize the elections, and we all know why he's trying to do that, okay? I mean, desperate times calls for drastic measures, do they not? Please pay attention. He's clearly desperate. Another thing I can say is this, you know, at the end of the day, there's never been mass crowds of people all over this country outside protesting against President Barack Obama.
And this is why we don't listen to quiches when it comes to politics. Although we had a whole generation of old Negroes that did, and that's why we're in the place that we're at now. She looks like a whack job.
Okay, that certainly never happened. There has not been people just booing him when he walks into a room. And as a matter of fact, until this day, when he walks into rooms, people will cheer, okay, and scream his name. But when Trump walks into the room, they boo. I wonder why. And I'm going to say this in closing, and this is absolutely facts.
Please.
You know, people who are happy with themselves and with their lives, what they don't do is go around being hateful, being disrespectful, okay, and doing nefarious things to other people, okay, and basically being obsessed, okay, obsessing over other people that they're envious of. That's what happy people don't do. So it's funny to me that Trump's made over $1 billion in the year that he's been in office thus far, but yet he still has time to be worrying himself and concerning himself with President Obama. Okay, that to me speaks volumes. Okay, please pay attention.
Well, if we were going by your logic, you seem real unhappy. I mean,
emotional, damn it.
No, I'm not laughing at nobody being depressed. It's a joke, unhappy. We just escalated it. Okay, YouTube, you understand. Y'all know how the disclaimers go. But this right here is not analysis. It's emotional theatrics at best. Personal insults, name calling, but zero facts. Zero. And, this is the internet drives left-wing outrage cycles. React first, verify later, but amplify loudly. Never come back and clean up. Nobody in this space cares about whether Trump posted.
That's a good line. Left-wing outrage cycle. That's a good line.
It, saw it, or removed it, but, it's there. Because outrage isn't about truth. It's about political leverage. So, let's get to this thing called reality.
So, do you have any questions, John?
Mr. President, media post that you took down earlier today, the White House says that a staffer sent it. Who sent it, and are you going to fire him?
No, I looked at it. I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There was a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud. And I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end.
I like how he says someplace, Georgia, like it ain't Fulton County, the same county that, got his mug shot.
And I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people. Generally, they look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't, and they posted, and we took it down, and we turned it, But that was a voter fraud that nobody talks about. They don't like to talk about that post. We took it down as soon as we found out about it.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things, I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine. They had that one post, and I guess it was a takeoff. By the way, a lot of people covered. If you look at where it came from, I guess it was a takeoff on the Lion King. And certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it. And probably they would have had the sense to take it down. But that was a takeoff on the Lion King. And a lot of people were covered on in different positions. So, but I spoke to Tim Scott. He was great. Tim is a great guy. He understood that 100%.
Well, let's reinforce that.
Okay, now pay attention to this. The people who were the loudest about this post that was posted by a staffer, not even Trump himself. The staffer was being lazy, probably trying to get things done quick and didn't cut out part of the screen recording. That's when this part came up on the screen. But notice the same people who are pushing us all over the internet and talking about it and all this and that, they're quiet about things like this that have recently been happening in Minnesota. I'm going to give you two examples. Both of these have recently happened in Minnesota.
Oh yeah, I covered this the other night. Them calling the Black ICE agents the N-word with the hard ER. What?
So she tells him he's black, and she says next. So we've got leftists in Minnesota calling people. We've got DHS agents who are telling these people to watch their mouths. So the leftists in Minnesota are calling people, and the racist agents are the ones telling the leftists calling people to watch their mouth. Let's think about that for a second. All right, here's another example. There's another leftist in Minnesota calling the federal media a house. Now let's think about this. All the people who are all over this Trump post, have you heard them talking about this?
Nope.
Have you seen the left calling out this abhorrent behavior?
Nope.
Have you seen them doing that en masse?
Nope.
No, they've been quiet. They like to act like this never happened. They're essentially saying, yeah, it's fine. Go ahead and call black agents niggas. They're nice anyway. Again, it's all about narrative control. We are in a propaganda war. If you don't know that, you should be aware of that. We're in a propaganda war. They're not principled. They don't.
Man, we were telling y'all that since season 1 that we're in the middle of a propaganda war. I think we've done a pretty good job at fighting it, though. We turned the tides on a few things.
Care about being racist. They care about winning politically. That's why you can have leftists in Minnesota calling black agents on camera and recording it, and the left does nothing about it. Again, you're not seeing the left come out in mass and condemn this behavior or try to cancel these people. You're not seeing any of that. They're just letting it happen. Yep. Because they truly don't care. They just use black people as political pawns. I just want to point out the hypocrisy and the selective outrage that's currently happening. But anyway, that's all I got for now. Don't forget I have a free email newsletter. I send this out every morning around 7 a.m. Central. The link is in my profile. So click that link, drop your email in, hit subscribe, and you'll be good to go. That's all I got for now. I'll see you in the next one.
Media amplification depends on political usefulness, narrative alignment, emotional engagement metrics. Ooh. Basically what I'm saying, if it hurts Trump, maximize exposure. If it hurts their side, minimize the visibility. That's not conspiracy. That's modern media economics. Now let's introduce accountability perspective.
This is another video about the AI video that just from a different point of view, and I've already condemned the video, and I told you that Pastor Mark is a close friend of Trump, pastor who's already said that video was not Trump's video. It was a staffer that Trump did not do it, is not expressed the opinions of the White House, which I already know that. That's why I immediately didn't jump to conclusions, because I know Trump is not like that. But the reality of the situation, what bothers me is how Trump is the most overly criticized, that everything Trump does becomes like world news. Like Biden did so much when he was in office, and it doesn't become news. It doesn't become anything that that people become outraged with, or pastors become outraged with. Most pastors I know who said something about the post today never talk about politics, and they don't talk about politics when they should talk about politics. When you got our kids being weaponized, when you have what's happened with trans rights and different things that has happened, even when Trump was under fire and they were trying to throw him in prison, they were silent. Pastors were silent. But one post, there was no words behind it, but just a blip of a little post, which if you see the full video, it gives them a lot more context, because everybody in the Democratic Party was portrayed as animals. Still wrong. But it's just so unfair, the level of criticism that Trump gets when compared to other politicians. When it comes to Democrat politicians, Biden, for instance, Biden had Transgender Visibility Day on Easter. He literally, during his administration, I sounded the alarm on it, had transgender. I didn't hear no pastor say anything about it. Nothing. But they're so quick. Do you think transgender and racism is a bigger sin than transgenderism? No, not even close. But they were quiet about it. Why? Because it's not going to hurt them politically to condemn that action. They're not actually having to stand against anything. Most of them people don't even know if that pastor who condemned it voted for Trump, because they're silent about everything else. So I definitely believe we need to hold our leaders accountable, but I believe we need to hold all our leaders accountable equally, not just Trump, which is what happens all the time. We demand that Trump is held accountable. What about all these other politicians that are corrupt and stealing from the people, and all these other that the pastors and the churches are silent about?
Did he say politicians? Anyway, here's what balanced accountability actually looks like. Acknowledging historical context, recognizing staffer responsibility, calling for internal correction without declaring national, morale collapse. That's measured leadership right there, not outrage farming. And finally, the takeaway that I feel like everybody needs to hear.
Oh, the Trump video. Yeah, I saw the Trump video and everything in its proper context. Trump's team is at most careless for doing a bad video edit or a bad upload because, y'all saw what it was. There was a video that was obviously being screen recorded. And when that video ended, the next video autoplayed of the Obamas, and it wasn't made by Trump or Trump's team. And it was only a second before that video cuts out. Now, someone who does videos for a living, I understand how it goes and feels to do an incomplete edit or upload the wrong video, so I chalk it up to that. So in its proper context, it doesn't appear to be nefariously motivated or anything like that. But I will definitely say this. Little mistakes like this have lasting implications because obviously he is the commander-in-chief. So these type of things cannot happen when it comes to someone in his capacity. So he has to tighten up his ship, honestly, when it comes to him as president and be more careful and mindful when it comes to his team and his team's action.
Oh boy, you're spot on. That's exactly along the lines of what I was thinking when I saw it. Like I said, I wanted to see it play out for a couple days, and like Dennis Sperling did a really good I thought he did a really good analysis of it. Like I said, like all these water or wet arguments are get kind of. I really wanted to see if the rage bait farming from the mainstream media, how well it was going to stick, and it seems like it hasn't really stuck at all. And we're starting to get a general public, at least amongst FBAs, with some common sense to look at things objectively. Like I said, I thought Dennis had a really good analysis on it.
Because they're all under the microscope, so they have to keep it microscopically clean when it comes to the left and their nefarious ideologies and nefarious attacks against people like us on the right side of history. So let this be a lesson to all of us. We have to keep it clean. We have to keep it kosher. We have to dot all of our I's across all of our T's. We have to make sure we are on point when it comes to the unfortunate, dubious nature of the left.
This is the strategic lesson. The left does not wait for real ammunition. They weaponize perception.
Facts. They do weaponize perception. That's Kingdom Reacts. Like I said, he's got a pretty big YouTube following, but his analysis is usually pretty tight. Let's take a comedy break for a second. Let me load this up real quick.
Under the weight of woke nonsense, canceled, rated, or rebranded into oblivion? Don't despair. There's a cure, and it's called MAGA. Hey, yo, I used to be a congresswoman for real, y'all. Fierce, fury, taking on the world one fake ass at a time. But then them Act Blue donation scandals hit hard, fam. 16,000 from a retired old white dude who didn't even know my name? Voters showed me the door faster than you can say smothered and covered. Now I'm slinging waffles, dodging grease birds, and tweeting apologies from the break room. But if I'd gone MAGA, I'd still be in D.C., not mopping floors while folk ask me for extra syrup. So if you're ready to break free from the woke nonsense and kick stupidity to the curb, join the MAGA movement today. Are you fed up with the same old liberal Democrat garbage, calling everything racist? Well, I've got the solution for you, and it's called MAGA. I'm President Donald Trump. And for the low price of 0 apologies, you can ditch the woke dumpster fire today. With MAGA, you'll get strength, pride, and common sense. Guaranteed. Step 1, stop whining on X. Nobody cares. Step 2, take responsibility and toss the Victim Act in the garbage. Step 3, put America first. Act now and say goodbye to the woke nonsense forever. Call 1-800-GO-MAGA or visit MakeAmericaGreatAgain.com. MAGA, because you deserve better.
All right, let's shout out to Hood Conservative. I think his main channel just got I guess got back remonetized, so he's putting content on that channel. And he did a follow up on the Don Lemon joint earlier today, which was actually pretty it was good. It was funny too. Wait, I'm gonna drop the link to that. Yeah, subscribe to Hood Conservative. I know most of y'all probably already are, but yeah, he dropped this video today. It's actually pretty good on the Don Lemon. Apparently, somebody in that initial circle of plotters and conspirators to run up into the church is snitching on Don. But my thing with that is, you know that that judge that got locked up and indicted for intervening with ICE and trying to let someone with a warrant escape from her courtroom. You know, she got arrested, but it's looking like they're refusing to find her guilty. I think we got a bigger problem now with more and more of the general public woke and probably need to be on medication. These jury trials are just going to be, it's going to be hard to get these convictions and stuff like that because you got a completely tainted jury pool.
Somebody went, yes, like good. I don't know. I
didn't hear her. And to a Fox News alert, journalist Don Lemon has been arrested in connection with an anti-ICE protest at a church in St. Paul, Minnesota. Bill Malusia joins us now with more on this breaking news. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, Charlie, good morning to you. Our colleague David Spunt and I getting this breaking news from multiple law enforcement sources just minutes ago, confirming that former CNN anchor Don Lemon has been arrested by federal agents in Los Angeles just after midnight this morning at a hotel. This obviously all in connection with that storming of a church in St. Paul, Minnesota by that group of anti-ICE agitators. Now, remember, the feds had gone to judges to try to get Don Lemon arrested before. They went to a magistrate judge in Minnesota who didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to a judge above him. He didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to an appeals court. They also decided not to sign off for an arrest warrant for him. So there was experts who were predicting that perhaps the feds would go to a grand jury. It remains to be seen if that's what happened here, but we can confirm that Don Lemon was arrested in Los Angeles by federal agents just after midnight Los Angeles time at a hotel. Now,
I enjoyed it. Like, I know that it's not like normal for somebody to say they enjoy being in prison or jail, but I enjoyed it. Imagine going to like Disneyland.
Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I've been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court.
If you look at any tyranny or any autocracy, any sort of dictatorship, the first thing they do is they get rid of the media. They try to silence the media.
The problem is you're not media, Don Lemon. You're a propagandist. That's the main problem. And you violated the FACE Act.
We had belly chains around our waist, and we had handcuffs with bars in the middle. As someone who majored in African American studies, I can tell you that that is the closest I ever felt to slavery in my life.
Prior staging location, and I guess he knew what he was about to go into, and he went into it anyway, or at least that is the allegation. And so for the federal government to actually get these charges to really stick against Don, what they need to do is prove some type of prior knowledge and some type of prior coordination with this whole thing. They want to know just how much you are involved in the plotting and planning and the actual execution of this whole thing. And really what they're going to do with that is now go to the court and say he wasn't just a reporter. He wasn't just out there trying to get the story. He was actually...
Yo, shout out to Hood Conservative. This is a long form video, like a pre-record. You know, Hood does a lot of streaming, but this is produced really good. The voiceovers and everything, and even with all the intro chopped up videos. Yo, shout out to Hood, stepping up the production and content creation game. This is a good upload.
A part of this active protest group, and if you watch Don's content, it's not hard to imagine that he ideologically agrees with the protest movement. You can see when he's questioning some of his parishioners out here, a lot of his questions are kind of taking the side of the people protesting. And so right now we have a young man who's turned himself into the FBI, and he is apparently talking. He has to now save himself. He's going to snitch. All reports have it that he's going to snitch, and we'll see how that.
All right, yeah. So someone turned themselves in, and this is what I think is going to happen. They're going to snitch on Don. He's going to be. They're actually going to be able to hold some charges. If it's a jury trial, I'm telling you, I've been seeing how these things are turning out. I think it's the judicial system is really screwed with the way that they've pretty much almost indoctrinated the public. I think it's going to be harder and harder to get these convictions. People on ideology and principle are going to start refusing to find people guilty of some of these crimes.
That plays out for him and Don.
This is Jerome. He's a 21-year-old college student, and he's like family to me. Really need your help right now. Jerome is facing a federal indictment and was forced to turn himself in due to his connection to City's Church in St. Paul, Minnesota. On January 18th, he assisted Don Lemon with logistics and supported his work on the ground.
Hi, my name is Jerome Richardson. I'm a 21-year-old college senior. I've maintained my silence up until now about my connection to the recent protests at City's Church in St. Paul, Minnesota, which is my hometown, simply because I'm focusing on finishing my degree and graduating in May. However, with an indictment looming, I fear for my safety and the threat of public doxing. Having overcome many obstacles to reach this point, I really hope to be able to complete this semester and graduate and earn my degree. On January 18th, I assisted Don Lemon during his visit to the Twin Cities by helping with logistics and connecting him with local contacts. Don was reporting on the situation on the ground during the occupation by DHS and ICE and Border Patrol agents. And at that time, I was proud to support his work in exposing the everyday injustices resulted from the federal government's agenda. As a consequence of this support, I am now being targeted by Trump and the federal administration. I say this to say I'm incredibly proud of those who have already faced their indictment and detention. And I know this fight is far from over. Their courage has certainly inspired me. Yet this is the price of being unapologetic about humanity and love of Christ. I support the activists who felt compelled to highlight the hypocrisy of how
these liberal black men.
Meet soft black man, the safest man in America. He listens, he validates, and he never disagrees.
Unless it's about your self-care.
He's strong, but not too strong. Soft black man, your plush. Meet soft black man, the safest man in America. He listens, he validates, and he never disagrees.
Unless it's about your self-care.
He's strong, but not too strong. Soft black man, your plush. Meet soft black man.
The word liberal as an acronym. Lacking in basic education, reasoning, and logic. Liberal.
Yo, crazy. He's so upset about ICE and immigrants. I just love how everyone conveniently leaves out these people are not citizens. They've overstayed their visas, etc., etc. And once again, it's hard for me to not really care because I'm in foreign countries, and when it's time for an American citizen to leave whatever country they're in, when your time is up, your time is up. So, yeah. Soft black man.
Pastor David Easterwood could simultaneously be a pastor at the church and the local leader of ICE operations. What people are experiencing goes against human and civil rights, as well as the teachings of Jesus, who indeed flipped over tables. So while I've been an active youth leader since the murder of George Floyd.
Yo, yo, I can't stand these liberal black dudes, bro. I mean, the jokes write themselves at this point.
I'm speaking out now because I anticipate being in federal custody sometime in the coming days. I want to share my love and gratitude and ask that you all support through 3 actions. Pray for my safety and my peace of mind. Do not stop fighting against this oppressive system. And please support my legal defense fund, as I am in dire need of you all's financial support and emotional support, as well as prayers. Hi, my name is Jerome Richardson. I'm a 21-year-old college senior. I've maintained my silence up until now about
Meet Soft Black Man, the safest man in America. He listens, he validates, and he never disagrees.
Unless it's about your self-care.
He's strong, but not too strong. Soft Black Man, your plush...
my degree and graduated in May. However, with an indictment looming, I fear for my safety and the threat of public doxing. Having overcome many obstacles to reach this point, I really hope to be able to complete this semester and graduate and earn my degree. On January 18th, I assisted Don Lemon during his visit to the Twin Cities by helping with logistics and connecting him with local context. Don was reporting on the situation on the ground during the occupation by DHS and ICE and Border Patrol agents. And at that time, I was proud to support his work in exposing the everyday injustices resulted from the federal government's agenda. As a consequence of this support, I am now being targeted by Trump and the federal administration. I say this to say I'm incredibly proud of those who have already faced their indictment and detention. And I know this fight is far from over. Their courage has certainly inspired me. Yet this is the price of being unapologetic about humanity and love of Christ. I support the activists who felt compelled to highlight the hypocrisy of how Pastor David Easterwood could simultaneously be a pastor at the church and the local leader of
demonstrators storming that Minnesota church service.
Their life ahead of them, facing federal charges.
And social media posts show Richardson describing himself as assisting Don Lemon in the days leading up to the protest. Lemon, who claims he was just reporting, was arrested last week and released, but prosecutors say this new arrest undercuts that defense, suggesting planning and not just passive coverage.
Well, that's pretty much the story right there. Don Lemon is going to get snitched on. They got a young kid with his entire life ahead of him facing federal charges, and he's going to have to make some really tough decisions about who his friends are and what his future could look like. And we all know how that works. If anybody's seen an episode of The First 48, these kids always tell. They always tell. That's how you solve major crimes anyway. The police don't do a whole lot of CSI investigation where they find this one little hair follicle in the middle of a room and they trace it back to some guy at an obscure location in the middle of nowhere. And it's like, aha, I got him. No. Somebody always tells. That's how most police work really gets cracked open. Somebody tells, and then everybody else goes to jail. And so we're going to see what happens to Don Lemon. But do me a favor. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. Please consider joining the membership program. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
All right, solid. Yeah, looks like Hood Servitor's main channel is back monetized. He's putting content on it. You know, he had the Hood Servitor 2.0. All the good content creators have been getting jammed up with some weird shit in the last X amount of months. Shadow ban. We got people losing 20 and 30 subscribers a day type shit. Weird stuff happening on YouTube. And in a particular sector. I don't know if any of you guys have been noticing in your timeline and your algorithm, them just pushing the algorithm suggesting all sorts of goofy programming to you. I just last couple days I just been clicking on like do not recommend this channel, because it's just it's like, why would you even recommend this shit to me? So the algorithm is definitely pushing an agenda, and a lot of the real content creators that we really watch to listen to, who built a lot of the lexicon of content, they're actually kind of being flooded in the algorithm. Even people I normally watch, I'd be having to search them in the search bar to find their recommendations when I open up the YouTube app. There's some of them aren't even being freaking recommended to me on a daily basis anymore. Hold on, before I load up the damn, we have to, wow, that went fast. We're at the 1 hour, 14-minute mark. Yo, let me load up my Ric Flair clip, because this shit's funny. Hold on.
With a golden spoon, I inherited the ability, I inherited the money, I inherited the God-given best looks in the world today. And with this, I dress myself in cashmere, I dress myself in $100 pleated slacks, I dress myself in alligator shoes, I wear a $15,000 Rolex, I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, gift stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, the biggest star of them all. It costs a lot of money to bring the real world champion on location. Only an Army and Ricky. We do it better than everybody else. Don't wrap me up. No. Girls, why don't you give it to him one more time? Woo. That's who's standing here today. The world heavyweight champion. Get ready. Woo. I dress myself in cashmere. I dress myself in $100 pleated slacks. I dress myself in alligator shoes. I wear a $15,000 Rolex. I got Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, the biggest house on the biggest deal. Yeah, we don't care. I got Mercedes. The money, I inherited the God-given best looks in the world.
Yo, the Ric Flair shit is crazy. I played it on the intro. All right, we're at 117. Let me do one more segment. Because this Epstein shit, this Epstein file shit, it's every day it's something else with the drops, because everybody's finally going through all the documents. But let me do this Osmond clip first, because I saw this like two days ago, and Osmond went and found the old Pizzagate stuff, and yo, it's so creepy because you can see that the Pizzagate thing was like a real thing because of how it was being covered in the media. And they even had Stephen Colbert out there shilling for it.
The reporter was fired.
They even had Stephen Colbert out there shilling for it. So now that the Epstein files have dropped, it's bug watching some of this, the replay of like this some of this old footage when they were covering it. I'm gonna play some of this.
Aired after airing this segment exposing Pizzagate.
Well, Pizzagate, it became a major story weeks ago when an armed man decided to investigate a D.C. area pizza place for himself. This man right here, he carried a rifle into a pizza parlor and then fired it at the floor. Media is telling you the entire story is a hoax or fake news. But what does that even mean? I spent the last month investigating. So what exactly is Pizzagate? And are there any actual facts to support the story? I've got to warn you, what we're going to talk about tonight will be disturbing to some people.
Yeah.
But this is a reality check you won't see anywhere else. Pizzagate actually comes from the WikiLeaks release of hacked emails from Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta. In all, WikiLeaks dumped around 50,000 email messages, and it was from those emails that the claims that John Podesta may be part of a child sex trafficking ring come from. Now, to be clear, not one single email in the Podesta emails discusses child sex trafficking or pedophilia.
Well, they do if you understand their vocabulary, it does. Like, this is like saying that nothing in this email is explaining anything, but that's because the email is written in Spanish. Yeah, retard. Which, by the way, this guy's not a retard. I'm just saying in general. It's a royal retard, right? Yeah, very obviously, if you read it for, its actual stated purpose, it makes a lot more sense. Let him cook. I get that.
That is a fact. But there are dozens of what seem to be strangely worded emails dealing with pizza and handkerchiefs. Self-described online investigators say that those words in the emails about pizza and the talk of handkerchiefs is code language used by pedophiles. So how did a DC pizza parlor get pulled into the story? But again, read any mainstream report, and they indicate that Comet Ping Pong Pizza was somehow linked to this fake story and has no relation to anyone involved. But the truth is, that's not true either. What media is ignoring is that the Comet Ping Pong Pizza place is actually referenced in the Podesta emails at least a dozen or so times.
That's a lot.
And that the owner of that place...
That's a lot of times to talk about one pizza place, man. Wow. I don't even talk about McDonald's that much.
James Alefantis is a friend of John Podesta. He was actually named, this is kind of strange, by GQ magazine as one of the top 50 most powerful people in Washington. Yes, we're talking about a pizza parlor owner.
Wow.
Now let's talk facts here. There is no solid evidence that Comet Ping Pong Pizza is being used to run a child sex trafficking ring. But there are some very strange connections between Comet Ping Pong.
It sure is interesting, isn't it?
Pong Pizza and a second pizza place 2 doors over, Besta Pizza, and the accusations of pedophilia. Now, this is where things start to get strange when you research this story. Now, to begin, I need to show you a 2007 unclassified FBI document. That document, according to the FBI...
And keep in mind, this was in 2016 or 15, somewhere around there. So this was like almost 10 years prior to that.
It contains commonly used symbols by pedophiles to express their preference in children. I want you to see these images here. These are the images. Notice this one on the end, the triangle. That image signifies something called boy love. The pizza place next door to Comet Ping Pong Pizza, Besta Pizza, well, this was their logo until only a few weeks ago. Clearly, you can see that the Besta logo actually contains the same image, I'm going to show you again, as that boy lover image. Interestingly, after Pizzagate investigators pointed this out, Besta Pizza changed their logo, and there it is now. They removed the triangle.
Smart.
Also, Comet Ping Pong, owned by Alefantis.
The thing is that every single one of these is easily explainable, easily understandable, and yeah, you could see something like that happen. Definitely. Yeah. But there sure are a lot of coincidences, aren't there? And every coincidence happens to, if it turns out to be true, arrive at the same conclusion. Isn't that weird? Every coincidence leads to the same conclusion. What about, wow.
Is the place where a number of performance artists perform regularly. Two of the groups that perform there, who you can see advertised, by the way, on this Comet Ping Pong poster, include a group called Heavy Breathing and another group called Sex Stains. Well, if you check out the YouTube videos by these bands, Heavy Breathing has songs that do joke about pedophilia. And
I didn't know this part. Wow.
The band Sex Stains has a video that includes, and you see it right there,
there's the spinny thing.
that same boy lover symbol. It's nearly identical to the one that the FBI does say is a pedophile code symbol for boy love. As I said, there are some strange things there. As for the owner of the pizza place, James Alfantis, well, he was one time in a relationship with David Brock, who ran Media Matters for America. Well, since Pizzagate began to blow up online, he has made his Instagram profile, Jimmy Comet, private. But an archive search of Instagram reveals a number of strange photographs, and
those are the photographs of like the children with their hands tied down.
Words with strange and disturbing images associated with them. Look, to the point where we can't show you those pictures.
Yeah.
We're not even going to describe them to you
I just
because
did.
some viewers would find it too disturbing to share on TV. Now let's talk about the Podesta brothers, because remember, it was John Podesta's email that was hacked. In those leaked Podesta emails, John Podesta talks about his close relationship with Dennis Hastert, the former Speaker of the House, who was recently sentenced to 15 months in prison for abusing boys years ago.
Wow.
He was referred to
That's weird.
by the judge as a serial child molester.
This stuff has been in our face the whole time.
According to
That
the
sounds
Washington
pretty
Post,
bad.
visitors to Tony Podesta's home in Falls Church got an eyeful when they walked into a bedroom at the Podesta residence hung with multiple color pictures by Katie Grannon, a photographer known for documentary-style pictures of naked teenagers in their parents' suburban homes.
All right. Yep.
And to be
keep
clear,
going.
that just begins
Yeah.
to scratch the surface of how strange.
Also, wait, somebody just made something pretty clear. They were asked about this. So he went to jail for 15 months for being a serial child molester. I feel like you should be in jail for longer than that if you're a serial child molester. 2017 that discussed Pizzagate conspiracy theory. This led to his suspension, and he was required to take down his Associated Truth and Media website and social media accounts as a condition of the reinstatement. Although he returned to on-air duties briefly, the Pizzagate-focused segment is widely regarded as his last official reality check aired on mainstream television, and he was fired a year after that. What did he do after that? After being fired, he published for Liberty Nation, returned to work on Russia Today America. He was involved that shortly. Swan's production company received over money into Russia again, including 12 high-profile part series Zelensky Unmasked. So he's involved with this. It's promoted by right-wing influencers and funded separately. He remains active on social media. Man.
So they fired him after he did that expose. He got fired a year later. And they buried the segment.
Wait. No shot. He did another one. Oh my God.
Epstein is...
This is literally the same guy 10 years later. He released this, I guess, yesterday. He released it yesterday. He never stopped.
Epstein is Pizzagate. Let that sink in for a minute. Jeffrey Epstein is Pizzagate. 10 years ago, Pizzagate was by far the number one trending topic on Twitter.
Yep.
But the claim of pedophile elites who preyed on children was so insane that Pizzagate was shrugged off as a wild fever dream of a conspiracy theory. I was the first mainstream reporter to dare give the facts surrounding Pizzagate. My corporate career was destroyed over it, so what? My professional reputation was obliterated, that wasn't fun. And I wasn't the only one. Anyone who dared to suggest that this might be true was blacklisted, shadow banned, or thrown off of social media. But then, just days ago, the largest dump of Epstein files revealed what some of us have been telling you for a decade, that Pizzagate is real. Not that there is a pizza parlor at the center of a child trafficking ring. but that child trafficking rings run by some of the most powerful people in the world do exist. Tonight, I want to remind you of what I told you then and compare that
10
to what we
years
have now
ago.
Pizzagate. It became a major story weeks ago
I'm gonna link
when
you guys
an
the
armed
video.
man decided to investigate a DC
Here's
area
the video
pizza place
right here.
for himself. This man right here, he carried a rifle into a pizza parlor and then fired it at
There's
the
the
floor.
video.
Media
Give him a
is telling you
follow.
the entire story is a hoax or fake news. But what does that even mean? I spent the last month investigating. So what exactly is Pizzagate?
Well, the story that came to be known as Pizzagate did not begin with a rumor, nor was it created by Macedonian sheep farmers, as CNN actually once claimed. It began with WikiLeaks, authentic, verified emails taken from the phone of the chairman of Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign, John Podesta. Those emails were real. In all these years, by the way, no one has actually disputed that. Inside those emails were
convenient.
communications that struck a lot of people, not just online commentators, but researchers
The
and former law
vocabulary.
enforcement, as unusual to say the least. References to pizza and to pizza handkerchiefs and to maps, to private gatherings involving powerful people, some very bizarre stuff. In fact, the first people to draw attention to those emails were a group of self-proclaimed pedophiles on 4chan and 8chan who claimed that Podesta was using the same terminology that they use.
We know he's using it because we use it. No way.
Perfect. Yo, I dropped a link to this Ozma segment in the chat. You can watch the rest of it, and I'll put it in the description too. But this fucking Epstein shit, I put a meme. I put a meme on the community tab. Like, basically, all the conspiracy theorists have turned out to not be conspiracy theorists. They've just been good observers and detectives of all of the craziness going on. And then I keep saying this, since the files been dropped, Democrats and mainstream media have been real quiet about the shit that's actually in it, because it's a lot of Democrats wrapped up in that joint. A lot of people are stepping down, and it's looking like the Prime Minister of Britain just got snagged up in it. They're about to give him a vote of no confidence, which is crazy when you think about it. All right, man. That's my time for this evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. That is a wrap. I put the links to the videos I reviewed in the chat, and I'll put some of them in the description when I update the stream when this joint is over. See you guys tomorrow. Let's get out of here.
You like to eat?
Hell yeah, I like to eat. What you think? I got air in me? What the hell is wrong with you? Asking me dumb questions. He literally looked at my big ass and say, do you like to eat? I went by the gas station and put the air pump in my ass today, Shannon. That's how I got blown up. I'm sorry. Stick a pin in me. I'ma be your size.
But you know, sometimes
you know he don't date big girls.
You like to eat?
Hell yeah, I like to eat. What you think? I got air in me? What the hell is wrong with you? Asking me dumb questions. He literally looked at my big ass and say, do you like to eat? I went by the gas station and put the air pump in my ass today, Shannon. That's how I got blown up. I'm sorry. Stick a pin in me. I'ma be your size.
But you know, sometimes
you know he don't date big girls.
Where's Stewie?
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.